Hello, hello, hello. It is Umitencho back with another art video. I'm sorry about this one being late. I fell asleep yesterday, so you gotta get your rest. No point in running yourself ragged. So apologize for that one. So y'all been coming at me this week over these last 7 days. Not me specifically, but one of the things that happened earlier today. It's on Reddit. It's a video of someone going to a fashion show and protesting and all that stuff about overconsumption. And then I went down to the comment section, see other people's reactions. Me personally, I support it. I support their message. But the conversation immediately went down to about how the people in there are useless and all that other stuff. Someone of course pointed out that these are the people that designed the stuff get to go are in the audience. The people people with high incomes who may be in the corporate world and all the other stuff. So not everybody is old money is not the only type of people that go to fashion shows. It's nouveau riche as well. And then it went over talking about artists. And so they talking about only rich people and their kids get to go study the arts and all this other stuff. Now and and then I'm like, where's my money at? Where's my riches at? And so I'm just like, you can't categorize all artists as being rich kids. Yes, there are some poor people like me and poor people who are poor or people who have middle class background, which would be me. I'm a combination of both. I'm not gonna lie, I grew up in some level of privilege. I grew up in a middle class, probably around starting in middle school. I grew up in a middle class household. But but since then I'm okay. I point out to the person my my financial. I'm just like, I'm supposed to I'm supposed to got rich parents and all this other stuff. Whether okay, after this video is done with, I'm gonna be out going to the food pantry and stuff and getting my food, or I'll be out of food. So and I understand the argument, which is that a lot of these artistic skills you have to develop over time if you don't have a natural ability. Like me, I've been doing this for like I think about 2 years now. I have to go back and check when my first art piece or drawing, and all this other stuff. So when you don't have to, let me put it like this: work to live. You have a lot of time to just focus on hobbies and all this other stuff. So I can understand you saying that, maybe it's true. Maybe statistically, the people that enter the art world these days do come from rich or, on the high end of middle class and all that other stuff. And they got people who can just sit there and, they can just sit there and not work their entire life, never make any money, and just wait till their parents to die so they can have, so before they start, luxury living. Or when it's really happening is they use their connections to, become a big artist and all this other stuff, and they get into the art galleries and stuff. I don't think any of my stuff is ever going to get into art galleries. If you've been following my deviant art, you know that I've been delving into paintings. I've been doing paintings and all that for a while, for a little bit, and I have some pieces that I'm really proud of, especially that mountain painting. But I'm not going to delude myself into thinking that I'm ever going to be able to get my any things I do with it, with this paint drawing or some combination of into art gallery. I looked it up, suggestions and all that stuff. They talking about, you need to persevere till you're 40 years old. I'm like, I gotta survive for 40 years. Just that's just to get your. That's crazy. That's crazy. And you gotta think, there go some people that are younger than me because of their connections, not because of talent. Because I see some talent on deviant art that blows me away, and it just doesn't get recognized, and it's sad. So, but like I said, not all artists are rich kids. Not all artists come from old money families or stuff like that. Some of us are actually starving. Some of us are actually starving. Like I said, I'm going to a food pantry when this is over with. I don't get no support, you know. I don't make money off of my YouTube videos. I don't get enough. I'm not even in the creators program. I don't get revenue for whatever views I do get. So, you know, maybe I'm just being selfish. Maybe I'm being a little triggered or whatever. But I'm just saying, don't care. Don't put all of us in that boat, because I can show you the account statement showing, you know, showing I ain't rich. But that being said, I'm really proud of this particular piece. The only thing I did wrong, I didn't do the shading for the pants, but whatever. I'm really happy how this turned out. Aside from, I need to work on the head tentacle. I'm really happy that I'm getting better with the Dragon Ball Z or the Dragon Ball sort of art style and whatnot. I said better, not perfect. You know, I know some of you are just like, you could do this different, that different. You know, everything. You know, things take time. Things ain't instant. You know. But I'm happy how the Buus turned out. I find the hardest part in drawing are the simple stuff, like the Oddish and the Gloom that you'll see in there. When there's less parts, there's less that you can break up and put focus on, if you understand what I'm saying. You know? So it's going to be interesting when I eventually get to Voltorb and see how that goes. It's literally just like a ball, you know, Voltorb and Electrode. I mean, a circle, a line, you know, a circle of eyes, and it's not, you know, on paper, it's not. It's probably like the easiest Pokemon to draw. So we'll see. I was a little, you know, worried about the Gloom on the saliva, because in the official art, which of course I use as the reference, as my reference. That's what I do for my all drawings. I try to use either, if it's from like an anime character, I try to find an anime still. If it's a manga character, I'll try to find a manga still or a manga page for it. Or, you know, the best places to go for references for these, or, you know, for these media franchises tend to be the wiki pages. So, but sometimes I do have to go to the manga page, go back to the manga itself and get a reference. I've yet to have to actually go to the anime and pick out a reference from there. Though I know some drawings would have helped actually going back, like some of my Ronin Warrior stuff, but it is what it is. But I feel like I did the Gloom better than I did the Oddish. I'm happy how this turned out. If I would say my least favorite is Oddish, and my most favorite is the Kid Buu with Kibito Kai. So there we go. And I gotta do the line darkening with that. Tomorrow is gonna be gaming stuff, so I'm gonna try to do the, oh my goodness, what is it? Oh, Hand of Fate episode 2. I know I came out with the Final Fantasy stuff, you know, because I again overslept. But anyway, thank you everybody for coming by. Look at my Deviant art, like, comment, and subscribe. This is Umitencho. See you all later.